Good morning. I'm using the wireless because I can't figure out why this one's not turning on. Sorry, honey. Thank you to Travis Lockwood for doing our sound and for the live stream. So hello to you on the live stream. Thank you for being here, and thank you all for being in our audience today. My name is Sarah Lockwood. I'm the artistic director of this fine facility for the last 10 years. Yay! Yeah, it's an exciting year for us because we've survived for 10 years. So one of the things actually we're planning for this season is in April 2025 will be the official 10-year opening. And we are having a week-long celebration of activities from April 6th through the 12th. So it is before Easter, so it's like the week before Easter. And we hope you can join us in some of that celebrating. There is a coffee concert on April 8th. We are having Brass Lassie coming on Saturday, April 12th, so they're a lot of fun. Since this was the Irish Catholic Church, we thought it would be great to have an Irish band come. And then there's just a bunch of other things happening with tours. Spencer Johnson, I don't know if any of you know him, but he is actually participating in the coffee concert on April 8th. So he's going to be doing a historical talk, and yours truly and Eric Pearson, we're planning to do some music along with that. So anyway, more about that will come as we, I have a committee that we're working together to put that all together. So I have a few announcements other than that. The art in the gallery of the horses you see when you came in is by Helen Michaels. And then the movie that's playing, it's very low volume right now, is an art film by Sarah Kiani. They are both local artists. So if you haven't had a chance to look at the artwork or listen to, I think it's a 12-minute film at your leisure, this will be up until the end of October. So if you can't fit it in your schedule today, please come back and listen to that and view the art. So if you have one of these, please make sure that it is on silent or turned off. Anything that might beep. You are allowed to have your coffee and your sweets with you. Just letting you know that in case you were wondering. I see some people have their coffee. That looks good, nice and cozy. Tomorrow night, if you want to come back for another free event, we have had a partnership with the Anderson Center in Red Wing, Minnesota. And Jason Carl Rosenberg is one of the resident artists there, and he is going to be coming to give a talk about music and the brain and creativity and aging. So it's for everybody, but you know, so just come. And that starts at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. I met him at the last gathering of the Artist in Residence program, and he's just delightful, and I think he will deliver a very nice talk, so please come for that. Our season tickets are on sale right now. We have 7 main event concerts, so you'll see there's like a QR code. If you don't want to do the QR code or don't know how, I can certainly help you with the purchase of those season tickets today or whenever. But they are on sale until October 1st, and then the individual tickets of each of those concerts will be on sale after that. But it is like a 30% savings on the individual ticket prices if you get the season ticket. So we would love your support if you can make that. And let's see, love my little Post-it note here. The first main season concert is on October 11th. And that is Hiroya Tsukamoto. He is Japanese, but he lives in New York, and he is an acoustic finger-picking guitarist as well as songwriter. And he has a very unique sound. I was amazed by him. So he's also planning to do a guitar workshop the very next day. So if there's any guitarists that he said that know how to play chords and are 15 and over to participate in that. That would be great to have. If you look at your programs, there are a list of upcoming events. So when in doubt, just keep your program and put it on your fridge. There's also half sheets of the next 3 coffee concerts through December, so if you can grab one of those. I will be making more of those with the rest of the coffee concert. So And I'd like to thank our sponsors for the season. HPAC, Hastings Prescott Arts Council, is sponsoring the coffee concert season, so thank you to HPAC. Yes, please applaud. That's why their logo is up there. This particular concert is co-sponsored by the Twin Cities Musicians Union as well. So the group that's performing today, their bio is on the back of the program. I would read it, but I don't have it in front of me, and I'm getting over a cold, so I might start choking. So anyway, please welcome back to the stage, Dolce Winds.
Thank you so much for coming today. We're happy to be back here again. And we are Dolce Winds, Nancy Wucherpfennig, Kaia Sand, Ford Campbell, and I'm Karen Hansen. And we play together in various ensembles throughout the Twin Cities. And we love putting together programs of interesting music that you might not have heard, because how many times have you been to a woodwind quartet concert? Well, yeah, the guy that's married to one of us has, yes, of course. So that was Emoja, which is probably the biggest hit by a Black American composer and flute player named Valerie Coleman, based in Florida. And she wrote it originally as a wind trio and a woodwind quintet. It's now being performed in an orchestral version, very popular with orchestras. But she didn't do a quartet version, so we like it so much I made one for us. And this next set, from the Fernandez through the Chaminade, we consider our French set. Charles Fernandez is actually an American composer. He works mostly in Hollywood on movie music, but he did this charming French quartet. And the most important thing I want you to remember about this French set is that while you're listening, keep in mind the title of the piece and the movement you're listening to, because each of these composers did such a great job of depicting exactly what they said. So the first, it's a march, and then reflections and farce, and it sounds exactly like that. And an arabesque is, there are lots of kinds of arabesques, but in music, it's a reference to Turkish or Arabian architecture. So if you think of really ornate architecture with lots of scroll work, kind of like Nancy's top. Lots of swirls, okay? That's in the music. And you'll hear this in Debussy's Arabesque. It's originally for piano, but down here for quartet. In the music of the night, we only have tempo markings, but I want you to just think about being at night in the dark, probably outdoors, and what the music makes you think of. My particular favorite for what it might be, the Allegro Vivo, I think it's little ghosts and goblins and night spirits. And water sprites, just think of water and sprites, dancing creatures, and you will have it. Thanks very much for coming. There are no announcements in this section other than to say we all have plumbing work to do. So we're just going to take a moment for that.
I don't have plumbing work to do. I just sit patiently waiting.
Yeah.
So the next two pieces take us to Italy and Ireland. And what I think is particularly interesting about what the composers and arrangers did with these is the depiction of instruments used in Italian and Irish music. So we have an Italian street song. It starts out in 3/4, so sort of a dancey, swingy rhythm, and then it goes into a march. And you'll notice that Nancy is picking up, or will soon pick up, her piccolo. And I believe this is a reference to the fact that in Italy there are fife bands marching down the street, lots of people playing piccolo-like instruments. And I think that's what Victor Herbert, or at least Bill Holcomb, the arranger, has put in this particular Italian street song. And then when we move on to the British Isles, and Ireland in particular, Martin Hodges, who is a composer new to us, has done a great job of depicting Celtic influences in music. So you'll hear a reel and a hornpipe, and those are two types of British Isles dances. And in the middle, you'll hear two lovely folk songs. The sounds that Hodges is depicting with our instruments are from bagpipes. So you'll hear lots of drones, long, low, sustained pitches. You'll hear a lot of fast moving notes in the reel and the hornpipe because those are dance music. And that would be fiddle music usually, and bagpipe music. And the most bagpipe-like instrument we have here is the oboe, because in the bagpipe, the fingering is done on a chanter. And it's a wooden pipe with holes in it. And so you'll hear, in particular in this last movement, some really low bagpipe sounds when Ford and I are playing low drones, and Kaia is doing her thing on the chanter. So listen for those sort of sounds of these countries in the next two pieces.
One of them gets tired, Chesty.
We're having fun, but we're tired. We've got a couple more pieces for you, kind of light-hearted pieces. The first one is by a guy named Matthias Sieber, who was actually born in Hungary, but when he was a young man, he got a job as a cellist on a cruise ship that went back and forth from North America to South America. And while he was doing that job, he got introduced to dance music and jazz music, and he found it very interesting. After that, he went to England, where he lived the rest of his life. And he made this little dance suite. It was originally written for flute and piano, but a guy named Stefan de Haan arranged it for wind quartet. And it's got several little very popular, in the 20s and 30s, popular little dance forms like foxtrot and tango and polka, different things like that. We'll play through those. There's a bunch of little dances. They're not too long. And then we'll finish up today with a little rag by a guy named, I can't remember now, Hodges?
Henry
Lodge. Say thank you so much for being here today. We've had a great time playing, and we hope you enjoy these last couple of pieces.
exiting or leaving. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah.
Thank you for coming.